My name is Don Ivy, and I am the drummer for Voice of December. You know, not only do I play the drums, but I have, you know, influence in writing the songs. When we write, it's based off the drums first. You know, we'll come in here and we'll kick something up on the drums, and then the bass player Ben will you know, come up with a bass line, and then Rob will, you know, play with some guitar licks, and that inspires Tracy to actually start writing the lyrics. We'll be, you know, jamming around just trying to figure out, you know, what to do with an idea that we've come up with, and all of a sudden Tracy goes, "Oh, wait," you know, and he'll take off and leave the room because he gets an idea. He'll come back with a whole freaking song ready to go. Oh gosh, I've been playing since I was about 12. I won't tell you how many years ago that was. A long time. Mike Portnoy from Dream Theater, or formerly from Dream Theater. I really like progressive metal. I was driving down the road one day and heard this song on the radio. I was like, wow, who is this, you know? And I actually called the radio station to figure out who it was, and went and bought the CD that day. That's how impressed I was. Wow, that's a crazy story. Rob was in a band called Haddonfield, and my daughter Britannia used to do photography for them. And one of the things a lot of the local bands do is on their birthday they'll put together a birthday show. And she had made friends with a lot of bands and does photography for a lot of them, and she sings. So she asked, "Hey, would you guys put together a little band, and we're going to do like 80s, you know, chick rock songs." And so she asked Rob if we could do it over here. I was going to do, I actually played drums, keyboards, and guitar. I was floating around depending on the song, you know. And the drummer from Haddonfield was the drummer. Anyway, so we did this kind of one-off show, you know, 5 or 6 songs. And right after that, that band broke up, and Rob put together Voice of December, what the first incarnation was. And the first drummer that they had planned on using didn't work out, so he hit me up. The Voice of December's music is, well, first of all, the sound, it's just ear candy, you know. It's not this typical, you know, heavy metal, just, you know, volume up to 9 or 10 the whole time. You know, it's melodic, it's got dynamics. We sound very technically proficient, you know. Soundmen love us. Every time we play one of the local clubs, the sound guys just go, "Wow, you guys just sound great," you know. Probably 7. 7 is just a kick-butt song. I mean, it just makes you want to move. Watch John during 7. He gets into it. Oh yeah, I think so. John really is influenced by the drums. You know, if we just get that right beat and meter going, it just hits something inside of him, and he just lets loose. You know. So I know. You know, when we're on to something good when John lets loose. Well, I grew up in Southern California. Played in a lot of bands as a kid. You know, just in a couple of local bands. You know, played local stuff. About the biggest thing I did out there is we hooked up with a guy named Jack Lee. He was a songwriter. This was back in the early 80s. And he had a friend named Deborah Harry. And this was before they, you know, Blondie was together at the time, but nobody knew who they were. And she had told him she liked some of his stuff that he wrote, and that he should put together a demo and send her a tape that she wanted to do some of his songs. So he put an ad in the Recycler, this big huge periodical out there for sale stuff, you know, for a band, and we answered that ad, went and tried out. It was me and a couple friends, musician buddies, you know, and he liked us, hired us, moved us into a little apartment in Hollywood, and we built a studio in the garage, and we recorded 5 or 6 songs. 2 of them ended up on Blondie Parallel Lines. It was Hanging on the Telephone and Will Anything Happen. 2 songs on Blondie Parallel Lines, double platinum album. We didn't play on the album, but we were the band that did the demo, that the band learned the songs to do it on there. Day in December is a song that we do that I had an idea about this whole 2012 doomsday thing, you know, and just kind of based on the numbers 12, 21, 12, I came up with this beat. And I don't think at that time we really had an idea of what the lyrics were going to be, but when Tracy started writing the lyrics, you know, it all kind of formed around this whole 2012 doomsday thing. And one of the lines in that song is, "One day in December, it all burned to a cinder." Yeah, that's my favorite line. It's kind of an odd thing. You'll hear this off note in there, and that's the 0 in the 2012.